My name's Cameron.
I'm Dillon.
I'm Candice.
And we'll be presenting 3 ideas to you today. So the first idea is called the cooking helper. So for the past 30 years, the childhood obesity rates in America have more than tripled. The reason for this is simple. There is less and less time in each day as parents get more busy and children get more busy. Parents work from 8 to 5 every day and have to drive home only to take their kids to basketball practice or a club of some kind right away. They have no time to prepare a good, healthy meal for the family. Dinner time typically turns into McDonald's now. So we think we've come up with a way to fix that. We like to call it the cooking helper. How we envision the cooking helper working is it would be a specialized oven with the counterbalanced robotic arms on the sides of it. Also on the sides would be different ingredient containers to hold the ingredients, and there would be a computer mechanism attached to it as well, so you can program in different recipes to the oven. So how this would work is, in the morning, as the parents are getting ready, in an ideal world at least, they would figure out what recipe they want to cook. They would program that into the oven using the computer, and they would put whatever ingredients they need in order to create this dish into the sides of the oven, in the pockets, and they'd tell the oven what time they want to have it ready by. So when it comes time, the robotic arms will grab the ingredients, stir them accordingly, mix them, that kind of thing, and cook it. So when the parents get home, they have a healthy meal for the family waiting on the table. This idea is unique for a couple of different reasons. First being, there's not really anything like it on the market, but the second being, it expands greatly upon the only other idea we really have is like this, and that's the crock pot. Now, the crock pot is a great thing, and it's really useful, but it only has a few different options for dishes. This would offer virtually any dish you wanted to make without you having to be there. We will market this towards families with either two working parents or a single parent that works as well, because those are typically the demographics that aren't able to cook for their children just because they don't have much time. And this is linked in with the patent through the robotic counterbalanced arms. Dylan, would you introduce our next idea to this?
All right, our next idea would be the wireless window cleaner. Basically what it is a window washer. It works by the way any other, like a vacuum, like the Shark robot vacuum would, except on the walls and on the windows. But our idea would be to make it wireless. I see a lot of wired ones in the homes and stuff, and even in industrial places, they have wired ones, but also wireless. But theirs are like ginormous and just like everywhere. I want to basically make the home one and make it more industrial sized so that it can be controlled by those people that have to go outside and risk their lives, and then actually just back off and just be able to control it on their own. It's unique because there really isn't much of a market for this, in an industrial sized sense, and the potential market would be, industrial big buildings. Candice.
Hi, our next idea is movable walls for office buildings, schools, any type of organization that would like to be able to move walls around. Our idea would work. You would have the tracking system up in the ceiling, and like for instance where the ceiling tiles could come together, you could just simply put that tracking system in between to use to attach ceiling tiles, and then you can use that track to move your walls around. Most offices, they may have a partition that pulls out of the wall, but this would be different because these would be sections of walls that you can move around different places in the building. So say you have 9 floors, you may have 3 or 4 floors that have movable walls, and you can move the panels around to set up maybe for a special meeting. Maybe you need a group to work together for a few days, or maybe simply you want to separate a department from another department. How is the idea related to the patent? We're going to use the tracking system from the aircraft carriers, we're going to use that tracking system and place it in the ceiling to hold the movable walls. So those walls will stay in that tracking system, and you can move them all around and on the floor to wherever you want to go with them. What is the problem pain? A lot of offices that I've worked in, the conference rooms are always full. We'll put up a wall, then we hire a construction crew to come in, tear the wall down. It's expense, it's noisy. This way you can divide up an area quickly without much disruption to your group or area, and then you can simply just move those sections of the wall to another area on the floor. This idea is unique because right now the only type of movable walls are the ones that pull out from inside the wall, and they're only for that one area. These would actually be able to move around to different areas on the floor. And what's the potential target? I can see schools using this, hospitals, churches, offices, basically any type of business, any type of office building that you might want to separate up for any type of purpose. And thank you for listening to our ideas.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.